What's good, everybody? Next, we're back with some more World of Warships Legends. The Azure Lane is returning, and we'll see exactly what that means. So today we have our first look at the new Azure Lane bundle. It says the Azure Lane second wave. These commanders are going to be able to be purchased, the ships and skins individually, or go all out and get the big pack. Commanders can also be found in containers, and they re-roll until you have all the unique characters. That's important. This is exactly like what it was when they first came out, and that's exactly what many people wanted. You know, it was one of the few bundles that you were able to get the entire set. Like, you would be able to get the entire set if you were interested. So we have FUSO. The commander's base trait will be cover fire, which increases the fire starting chance of your battleship, which is funny because a lot of battleship players are really upset about, HE spam, but that's a thing coming. This is a Japanese commander. FUSO's a Japanese ship. That paired with Japanese battleship ability to start fire, that's interesting. Battle Spirit, which is their unique skill for the commander. So if you had this person on your ship, so in case you didn't know, base traits are for any inspiration. You can use this on any commander as an inspiration. And then this is the skill that would be applied only if you had this commander on your ship, which means they'd have to be in that line or country. So Battle Spirit increases your ship's maximum HP and reduces damage taken. So essentially making you more tanky. So that's pretty cool. Queen Elizabeth. Base trait improves your main gun reload time, shell grouping, and damage of your AP, which is quite a hell of an inspiration to have. Sure, the British ships, because this will be on the Queen Elizabeth, the British ships do need a significant boost because they're primarily HE. Like, the strongest shells on their battleships are generally HE, but this will make it more interesting by buffing the AP output. But my first thought is not really to use this on British. This increases reload time and AP shell. This can easily be a new inspiration for German brawlers, uh, sniper builds who just want to have higher reload time and better accuracy and more damage. So this can be used for a number of different applications. Skywatch, increase the duration of spotter, which is interesting, and add charges for the consumable. As it stands, you can easily end a match with planes left over. But as we get into the what is that called? With the carriers coming, your planes might not stay up as long as you thought. So having more planes, or planes being able to stay up longer, interesting, right? Baltimore. So this is a US commander. Adaptive tactics. Base trait, decrease rudder shift. So there are a number of people, including like Hipper, the CC for World of Warships, loves rudder shift builds, agility, being able to dodge shots instead of tanking shots and all that, like survivability. This is interesting. So up to 6%. We'll see how much that, works in, but being able to have this as an inspiration could apply itself to some really interesting scenarios. This skill here reminds me of SAP. They remove SAP from the game, right? It's not going to work for our version of the game, they said. But this US ship, so the US, and this doesn't say cruiser necessarily, so maybe this can even go on. Well, we'll see. It doesn't say on your cruiser. None of these actually say, that. I don't want to get too far ahead, but this is powerful. Reduce fuse timer of shells and improve pen. So your shells will be able to pen and detonate. This is powerful. This is a very, 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 very powerful skill. Graph speed. So German cruiser focus, right? Pocket battleship. Increase your HP restored when you use repair party. So this is useful, but not sure how much it'll be useful necessarily on this ship, but it's an inspiration. So imagine having a Nelson or some other British ship that has the greater heal and be able to have this as an inspiration, right? Like survivability, like including this with the Takagi or somebody else that'll increase the duration of your heal. There's some really interesting builds that you'll be able to pull out. Ghost, improve your cruiser concealment against ships and planes. Fascinating, distinguish. You know, that's so specific. That's so specific because we already have cruiser concealment. It's Makawa. So is Makawa now only against ships? And this will be more of a double concealment for cruisers, right? Interesting, because it wouldn't be like a Swirsky Bay, because Swirsky is for all ships and Bay is for destroyers. This is like Makawa and another Makawa. So something up to 8%. That's notable. Notable. And we have Scharnhorst, which is the last one. So it's a German battleship commander. Sniper. Base trait. Decrease your dispersion radius. So this not only reduces dispersion, but it decreases the maximum spread. So instead of it being like, sure, let's say it's even still a shotgun, but the outer edges of where your shells can land is reduced. That is more than a little bit of a boost right there. This is powerful. This is powerful. And then they're giving them torpedo range, which is just kind of cute. Like it's just kind of funny. It's like, so your Tirpitz and your Scharnhorst, right? And what other German battleship has this torpedoes? I guess this could technically be used on your cruisers also. Oddly enough, I wonder if this also can be used on their destroyers. But it'd be weird. Anyway, whatever. Interesting skill to have though, because the German destroyers already have decent range. Another important note they said was the Azure Lane versions of these ships, Azure Lane FUSO, Queen Elizabeth, and Baltimore, have the same stats as their regular versions, but have special permanent camouflage and premium bonus, and are also incompatible with permanent camo you might have had for the regular versions. This is interesting. If you wish to toggle the voiceovers on or off, you have to use the common. So you'll be able to use your Azure Lane person, but you have to be in common mode with Azure Lane enabled. What are you guys looking forward to the most out of all of these new commanders? There's some interesting traits and skills in here, kind of spice it up. And I personally like the fact that they are for different nations. They're not all just like, just one or two nations.